Well, hey everybody, I'm Jan Erickson from Stepping Aside, and so I'm not sure how many times I've done this here today, but anyway, it finally froze on me at about 16 minutes in. I was up to Friday. Anyway, almost done, right? So anyway, we got the full flower super moon and the full lunar eclipse on Wednesday. So if you're going to be working magic or you just want to see that, I would be up probably by 3:30 in the morning. It's going to be about 4:13 is when it's in full eclipse. So you're going to want to see all that, and you're going to want to be ready and have everything out there if you're going to do some magic at that time. It's always fun to do stuff during the eclipse. The lunar eclipse is a whole lunar month in one moment, right? During that time of the eclipse. And so it's powerful. So, try something. If you're not used to doing it, try something. Trust me, it's cool. Anyway, so get up and do that. Now, here's the thing about this next week. One thing I noticed that there's tension all week. Either, and it seems to me mostly well, I mean, it's the individual themselves, but some of it's coming from other people. So just be aware of that. If it's you though, then it could be signaling that we've got some Chiron influence, and so there's all the woundings and things going on that are coming to the surface. And so that has an impact then on how you react to tension and struggle and conflict. So anyhow, this can be a really healing time for you to allow that kind of stuff to come up and see it for what it is, and incorporate it into your life instead of having so much resistance to it. So anyhow, let's go ahead and get started. Sunday the 23rd gives us a 5 energy. So change and fulfillment and protection and all of that momentum. Thursaz is the rune. So that's Thor's rune. So we're talking breakthrough here. And we have loss here for Amicio. So we're going to break through some kind of a loss on Sunday, a loss of some kind. Now, it doesn't have to be emotional, it doesn't have to be financial. It could be any kind of decrease, okay? On Monday, we'll have Acquisitio. It's complement, so there we're talking increase or gain. So again, it's energetic movement, basically. If you want to bring it down to its essence here, that's the issue. That's really what geomancy is all about. It's bringing it down to that real earth grounding type of experience. So you're getting down to its core energy, basically, in terms of its effect. Now, the moon is in Libra until it transitions into Scorpio at 8:01 in the evening, Pacific Daylight Time. Charisma is the human design channel for Sunday. Now, that's a manifested response guided by higher wisdom, and that's going to be the case for several days into the week. Let's see, the magical focus on Sunday. Now, the sun governs, but and we're looking at magics involving clarity, truth, healing, courage, removing barriers, also leadership. And the favorability on Sunday for working magic is very good. So you can do that. You can pretty much do anything you want on Sunday. So you may experience a breakthrough on Sunday, causing a welcome shift of some kind. If you've been experiencing any feelings of loss, for example, those feelings may soften and become more manageable. Or it could center on a relationship that's been stuck for a while. The Libra moon focuses on partnership and the desire for harmony and beauty. If a relationship has been strained of late, this could be the time to reconnect and heal. Again, Thursaz and Amicio, breaking through feelings of loss. You express yourself well, but if clarity is still needed, let go of any expectations you might have and spend some time on your own to be clear. That's going to be a running theme all week too, just to take time out, to let things settle. Exercise restraint to avoid a misuse of power on Sunday, and look within to understand the nature of your response. Let's see, maintain a sense of self while exploring old perceptions, and avoid minimizing or rationalizing errors or mistakes. Instead, empathy will go a long way to achieving harmony with others, particularly the empathy you offer yourself. Like I say, a lot of Chiron influence this week, and so whenever that's the case, if it's real strong aspects, you're talking about looking within and healing the wounds within, and generally they're old ones that you've not dealt with, and so either from childhood or past life or what have you. So they're the recurring themes that you struggle with. Okay, that's really what you're looking at. You need to look at them this next week. So Monday the 24th, we have a 6 numerology. So that's particular level of harmony where it's shared this, shared that, shared abundance, shared focus, shared direction, all of that. So benevolence, compassion, all of that is part of the 6. It aligns well with Sowillo, the rune for the day. So it's the rune of the will. It's an as above, so below rune, drawing higher self into your experiences, into the manifestation of your will. And again, we have acquisitio or gain. So we had decrease on Sunday and increase of something on Monday. Let me just move those over because I'm getting them mixed up here. So we said acquisitio, we said Scorpio's the moon. Oh, no, or did we? Maybe we didn't. Scorpio's the moon fully on Monday. And let's see, we are starting to, you can tell by this time if there's no clouds that the moon is starting to get much bigger. We have a full moon on and an eclipse on Wednesday. So again, be aware of that. But we're not into Maiden yet. That's going to be on Tuesday. But charisma, again, is the human design channel for Monday. The moon governs magic on Monday. So feminine magic's healing, intuition, cycles, reincarnation, astral travel, balance, change, all of that water kind of effect where it's momentum and movement. Things can happen basically on Monday. It's also emotional. The favorability of work and magic on Monday is very bad. So, do what you have to do if you have to do something to protect the working. Invoke Sowillo into your life on Monday and feel the blessing of spirit inform and guide your path. You feel positive and in control, expressing compassion and offering a sympathetic ear to those in need. If tensions arise, which again they're going to this week, you might be reacting to conflict caused by another individual. Choose your response wisely so that you don't exacerbate the situation. If you're feeling off balance on Monday or at loose ends, you may benefit from a walk in nature or some other meditative focus. Take care of your own needs and the rest will follow. Again, get out of your headspace, get out of the emotion of it, and give yourself a chance to rebalance and recenter. Avoid a winning at all costs attitude and respect the experience others bring to the table. Instead, remain disciplined and reject negative influences that might impact you on Monday. Take care of your own, know that an overly assertive or aggressive attitude only reinforces conflict, so express empathy and remain collaborative in your efforts with others. And that's on Monday, the 24th. So on Tuesday, the 25th, now we have a 7 energy. So balance, letting things come to rest, observation. It's also a number for magic and spirituality. The rune is Iwas, another as above, so below rune. Laguz, up and down. So we're allowing spirit to flow into our experiences and our perceptions and our interactions with others. We have Fortuna Minor as the geomancy rune for the day. So greater fortune, so a greater increase over the acquisitio energy. So that could, and again, fortune can be money, but it can also be other things as well. Your time, your experience, your compassion, all of that could be your greater fortune. The relationships we have with one another is our true greater fortune. So Tuesday we're in Maiden Moon, so work some magic there if you can. It's also very bad favorability that day, but you know what to do. The moon is in Scorpio until it transitions to Sagittarius at 7:40 p.m. in the evening, Pacific Daylight Time. Human design channel is still charisma. And we've got a Mars influence governing on Tuesday on the very bad magic day, so be aware there. Passion, manifestation, creativity, self-assertion, reducing conflict. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe just be meditative because seriously, go within, figure out what's going on inside yourself that's contributing to all of it and that may be what you want to do on Tuesday, but anyway, our greatest fortune is found not in material possessions, but in our fundamental harmony with others. It's a shared path that fosters growth and truly sustains our spirit. If frustrations do occur on Tuesday, which they will, if past is prologue, you'll likely need to think before speaking so that you don't alienate other people. Intolerance won't be appreciated by anybody, so work out any excess edginess by taking a brisk walk to rebalance your emotions. Use that time to relax into your own sense of being and trust your intuition to guide your path. Know that a one-track mind doesn't necessarily result in success, particularly if that intense focus prevents you from considering the greater picture. Remain honorable in your intentions to avoid influencing others for personal gain. This really isn't a time with all this excess stuff going on It's not a time to challenge trust right now with people. So, or even with yourself. So, Wednesday the 26th, we've got an 8 energy for that day. Now, 8 is an interesting number. It's greater harmony than the 6, but it's harmony from a leadership perspective. So it's organization, it's material gain, it's wanting recognition for your achievements, things like that. Hagalaz is the rune for Wednesday, and so you're looking at the witch rune. You're also looking at the Norn rune of the past. Looks like a little skewed H pattern. And what it is, it's this destruction within a fixed framework. So think magic. And Tristitia is the rune, the geomancy rune for the day. And so there you're talking about sadness. And so maybe breaking through, the whole notion of and we've got a lot of opposites, in a sense. You had Amicio, then Acquisitio. Now, then you have Fortuna Major, and now you have some sadness. So you had what could be a positive room with Fortuna Major is now the emotions are coming in again, and you've got some sadness to deal with. And so with Hagalaz, maybe you figure out a way to break through all of that. So again, mother phase of the moon, full flower moon, full blood moon eclipse. Sagittarius is the moon. So lots and lots and lots of energy in that 4 o'clock hour. I think it's 4:13 is when the eclipse is full. 4:14 is when the moon is full. So you've got lots of very concentrated energy there to work magic. And on this day, the favorability is very good for the full moon. So that's very cool. Charisma is still the human design channel active on Wednesday, and Mercury governs magic. And so communication, interactions, balance, justice, revelation, all of that can be worked. So do so, get out there and do your thing. It's going to be great. I'm going to be out there. It's going to be very cool. So anyway, avoid a quick temper on Wednesday, especially if your day doesn't seem to be progressing as you'd like. Try a new strategy if interactions break down or don't go smoothly, particularly if in a leadership position or supervisory position with others. With the full moon in Sagittarius, you might want to strike out on a new adventure or begin a new project. A typical Sagittarian response to stress or conflict. I'm married to one, so I know this for a fact. Carved in stone fact. You should know, however, that this may be a temporary situation, and instead of escaping on your own, it may be that old wounds are surfacing and that can now be dealt with. Again, a lot of Chiron interaction with the moon this and likely with other things as well this week. Let's see, avoid making any decisions right now and focus on healing your inner dialogue. And again, check out the moon, work your magic, take time to contemplate your path and realize when you've gone as far as you can. Otherwise, you may overlook something important that can interfere with progress. Allow your past success to inform any changes you might need to make, and persevere against opposition or challenges on Wednesday. Thursday the 27th, we have a 9 energy. So we're talking endings and completion and spirituality. We have Birkenau, the healing rune. New projects, bringing things to fruition. It can be birth. It can be fertility, the family. I think, did I say protection? Anyhow, it's aligning well with the geomancy rune for Thursday, conjunctio, or union or joining. So again, alignment together. In healing, possibly. The moon is in Sagittarius. It's the crone phase of the full moon until Capricorn at 7:24 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And there's no active human design channels at 8 a.m. that morning when I did the chart for it on Thursday the 27th. And but Jupiter does govern magic on Thursday, and the favorability is very good. So very expansive magics can be worked on Thursday during the crone phase, right when you just want to be left alone, But we're talking social justice, healing, abundance, income growth, achieving goals and desires. And regarding social justice, I mean, that's really the crone's inner element there. Okay, that's we're about setting things right and making things and revealing truth. All right. So maybe a really good social justice working on Thursday under the full moon, the full crone phase of the moon. So favorability again is very good on Thursday. With Thursday's 9 numerology, know that as one phase ends, a new one can now begin. Conjunctio would suggest that a new level of harmony with others is possible, especially with Birkenau's significant healing influence. But if tensions do arise, which they have been all week, so why should Thursday be any different? Consider a compassionate response over taking the bait. If this surrounds a partner, it may be best to step back and observe, giving your partner the space to work out his or her own issues. Take a walk together or just sit quietly. But it's clear that a new strategy may be needed when respecting each other's boundaries. Approach problem solving with timing, practicality, and a critical eye while avoiding all manner of self-delusion on Thursday. Withdraw if necessary to reevaluate your methods and/or perceptions so that trust with others is maintained. Remain open and sensitive to the needs and input of others. On Friday the 28th, we have a one energy, so new beginnings, wholeness, unity, leadership, revolution even. Alyes is the rune for the day, so we're drawing down, it's a protection rune, it means the elk or the elk sedge, but we're basically hands up in supplication, drawing spirit into our interactions and experiences. On Friday, we have Puella, which is, it's scattered little girl energy. It's a lack of impulse control, but it's really focusing on loosening perceptions and allowing new things to form in that regard. The moon is in Capricorn on Friday, so slowing down a little bit, focusing on routine and all of that. Human design channels active are charisma and transitoriness. And remember, transitoriness is the multitasking channel. Magical focus on Friday, Venus governs. Let's see. And I think the favorability was it very good or was it very bad? I don't have that down there. I put none, and that's not right. That was from the human design channels. So I think we're okay on Friday, but I'll have to look and I'll say something here. Well, let's see. Let me pull this up really quick. Favorability. I can do this, I think, quicker than I thought I could. There we go. Favorability 28th. No, that's very bad. Yeah, favorability is very bad. Let me put that in there. Okay. So again, you're going to have to shore things up on Friday as well. So allow perceptions to shift on Friday to a higher level of understanding, or just do a meditative focus for a ritual if you want. Draw down inspiration from the collective consciousness and allow your inner awareness to inform your choices on Friday. The Capricorn moon increases your focus on routine and organization, including issues of a financial nature. Tension already experienced this week may continue, so let it pass and remain open to the input of others, which may be difficult, but just have patience. Your increased sensitivity this week may signal an opportunity for healing old wounds, so stay present and allow yourself time to regain your center. If external influences are exerting undue pressure on Friday, it may be coming from a desire to deceive or manipulate an objective view. So pay attention. Somebody in your orbit could be trying to manipulate. An objective view may be all that's needed to reveal any deception that could be at work. Remain self-disciplined and collaborate with others to present a united front, because you don't want anybody coming in and trying to, mess things up. That's the biggest issue. You've got a chance of new beginnings on Friday, so you don't need anybody doing that. So just pay close attention and remain united if it's a group situation that you're in. So on the Saturday, the 29th of May, we have an 11 energy. Now, the Saturday before, we had a 22, so two, master numbers on Saturday, yesterday, and then this coming Saturday on the 29th. Only with the 11, you're talking, it's the master number for illumination and awakening. The spiritual messenger, think that. Fehu is a manifestation rune, the first rune of the Elder Futhark. It means cattle and wealth, but it's the sending rune in magic, so it invokes things, all right? And in this case, we're invoking Laetitia, or joy. So this would be the complement of Wednesday's geomancy rune, Tristitia. So now we've now come full circle to Laetitia. And Fehu on Saturday, the 29th. We'll be in Capricorn with the moon until Aquarius at 9:05 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And the human design channel that's active on Saturday is awareness, so intuition, knowing, inner knowing. The magical focus on Saturday, as we know, Saturn governs, and so everything slows down. Restriction, curses, bindings, summonings, harvest, purification, and protection can be worked on Saturday. However, the favorability is very bad for that. So again, do what you got to do. And, shore things up if you need to. You know what you need to do if you do this sort of thing. So anyhow, a master number day, the 11 numerology portends spiritual awakening and illumination. With Fehu, you cast that awakening to others in a manner that heals relationship and invokes harmony with all. If this week has been difficult emotionally, continue to express patience, especially with yourself, and observe instead of reacting. Regard any interaction as a passing reaction and wait for more information to be revealed. Relax into spirit, trust your higher self to guide your path, and clarity may return. It's funny how that works. The wild within is surfacing, and this time provides the space for self-integration. Looks like we have a little Lilith energy on Saturday. Your enthusiastic attitude and independent focus inspires others on Saturday, but that said, don't overlook something seemingly insignificant that can impact your progress. Pay attention to details, including your own motives, and exercise restraint should conflict arise. This is not the time to undermine trust or a successful outcome. That's the biggest issue, I think. We're going to get in the way of stuff. And if we are, look within to see if it's something that's inner, that you seem to always have resistance to. These are always the situations you struggle with. That's the past coming in, past woundings coming in that you need to deal with. This week, the conflict alone, the tension alone, may provide the space for doing so. I know that sounds weird, but it's true. Okay, just try it and see if you don't experience some kind of a breakthrough this week. Some kind of thurazaz. All right. So anyhow, I guess that's it. We'll just quit before my software freezes up on me again. Come back tomorrow for Somewhat Daily Tarot and Rune. We do that Monday and Thursday. Sign up for the newsletter over at the blog. Links are below the video here. You can get this in your inbox. I think I'm just going to start posting it Saturday night. I think it makes sense to do that, and then you wake up with knowing what you got to do on Sunday instead of getting it sometime Sunday morning. So anyhow, I prefer it that way. If it were me, so it's like, well, then what am I doing? Why am I putting it out on Sunday morning? So anyway, I'm going to get this out there on Saturday night. So sign up for that if you want it. That way you get this ahead of time. You can follow along if you want. Enjoy your week. And click subscribe here if you haven't done that yet. Links to wherever I am are below the video. And, have a great week, everyone. And be good to yourself. Be good to one another. And blessed be.